Hey everybody, what's up? We're back again. First of all, I'm sitting out in the heat right now in my vehicle. Door is open so I don't suffocate in here, but it is so hot outside. Like this is really like wow. Like this is like actually wow. Like I'm not really understanding the concept about how hot that it is because the weather is saying it's the heat index. So there's no wind blowing anywhere. There's no wind, it's just heat. There's no clouds, it's just heat. It's just hotness. Okay? So hopefully y'all don't see me sweating because I most definitely am. But I hope that you guys are doing well right now on today. I hope you guys are having a wonderful summer, enjoying it. 4th of July is coming up. Put some on the grill and whatever and whatnot. So yeah, bow. Let's get into today's topic. Okay. Today we're going to be talking about self-esteem and insecurity. Okay. And I think I'm going to do this in a few different parts because I feel like I have a lot to say about this because this is my testimony just a little bit. So I will kind of get into that now actually. So growing up, I wouldn't call myself an ugly duckling. Okay. I feel like I was a little cute little kid. Then you get to the awkward stage in your looks. Okay. Yeah. In the school I grew up in, I was not even close to being any type of beauty standard, okay? So I was bullied a lot. And I also was bullied because I really just let anybody do anything they wanted to me. I let anyone say anything because I was trying to be nice, but I realized I wasn't being nice to myself, okay? At all. So because of that, I kind of just was letting people do whatever, say whatever, and it would hurt my feelings really bad. And I'd go home and I'd be sad about it. I would tell my mom sometimes, and she'd get upset and go do stuff and da da da. But this didn't like when you grow up feeling not enough, it carries into like your years that like you kind of figure out your personality, you figure out who you are, blah blah blah. Okay? So me trying to figure that out about myself, I get to middle school, right? Still not even close to being the beauty standard, close to not being anything at all, okay? So oh, my phone's trying not to overheat, just so y'all know. But yeah, so I'm trying to fit in. I'm trying to find myself, find my place, and it's still not working. I'm still getting bullied. Okay. Okay. Whatever. Right. So that kind of shaped my thought process about relationships, friendships, and just self perception, how you're supposed to dress, how you're supposed to look, what you're supposed to do with your hair, all that stuff. Okay. I go to high school. I moved to a school where I don't know none of these people. Okay. I'm not going to my regular high school in my area. So I don't know what it's about to be like, but I already have my guard up going in there. Okay. You could ask anybody that went to school with me. My first day there, I talked to nobody unless they talked to me. That's how I made my friends. They had to talk to me because in reality, I was sitting there and I was quiet and my face was like this the whole time. They were making fun of me actually. They would be like, "Lillian, your face used to be so hard and like you didn't want nobody to talk to you." And I did it because I was scared that somebody was going to start saying something to me. I did not have time. So I was like, when I come to this new school, nobody's about to play with me. And that's when I kind of became a little bit mean. Okay? I got really rude and disrespectful. Like my freshman year and my sophomore year, I said some diabolical things to people, and I really did apologize to them, probably, like, in my junior year, I think, and in my, senior year. I was like, "I'm so sorry to y'all because I was really a jerk." Like, I promise you, no one could even look at me a different type of way, and I wasn't quick to say something to them. I promise you that's what it was, and the only reason I did that was because I didn't want the same thing that happened to me previous years to happen to me again in high school. I said I would never do that. And y'all see how when something like that happens to you, it really does shape your mindset, right? And I was still insecure. Okay? I still didn't like the way I looked. I didn't care how many people was trying to like me, thought I was cute. Well, I don't care what nobody was saying. I didn't care what nobody was saying because I still felt that way. And their words meant nothing to me because I didn't think that people who said stuff really meant what they said. Because you could say all that and still be mean to me at the end of the day. Okay? That's how I was feeling. So one summer in my sophomore year, this is when I got, nice. When I got into my junior year, I was really nice. I think. I think I was nice. Okay. Compared to all those other years, I think I was a saint. So I went to a FCA camp and I think I was like a volunteer. I think I was a volunteer. And we went on this retreat. And the retreat for me kind of changed my perception of myself. Like obviously I still really struggled. But after that retreat, God had spoken to me about how I see myself. And now, like, that's literally affecting my life. Like, that's affecting how I make friends. That's affecting how I let people treat me still. That's literally affecting every aspect of my life, how I treat my family, all the things. So I was like, you know what? Hey, let's start, changing my mindset a little bit. Let's start getting, getting back to a place where you can look at yourself in the mirror and be okay, looking at life and being okay with the people that are in your life and being okay with the people that you're surrounded with, even if you don't even like them. Okay. And not having your guard up all the time, because I promise you, my guard was up pretty much every day at school. I didn't like going to school. Every day I would let me tell y'all, I would go to school listening to like really hard, heavy rap music about fighting and about killing and shooting so that I could get into the school so I could be like, nobody better say anything to me today. Like literally that was my mindset. So that's why I had to change it up because I was like, that's insane. Like thinking about that now, baby, that is crazy. Like to be thinking like fighting mentality to go to like a cyber technology school. That's insane. So here's the verses that helped me get to a better place. This is the verse that I very much meditated on in that time frame of my life because I was like, girl, you cannot keep living your life like this, okay? And it still showed up in other places in my life after the fact. Like it wasn't perfect. I struggled very bad, okay? But here's the verses. So it's Psalms 139 verses 13 through 18, and it says, this is NLT, okay? It says, "You made all the delicate inner parts of my body and knit me together in my mother's womb. Thank you for making me so wonderfully complex. Your workmanship is marvelous. How well I know it. You watched me as I was being formed in utter seclusion, as I was woven together in the dark of the womb. You saw me before I was born. Every day of my life was recorded in your book. Every moment was laid out before a single day had passed. How precious are your thoughts about me, O God. They cannot be numbered. I can't even count them. They outnumber the grains of sand. And when I wake up, you are still with me." Boom. So this verse had all like a lot of people say you're beautifully and wonderfully made and all the things. That's what the parents speak to you. That's what they be telling you when you're growing up, and you don't really believe it. I mean, it's like, yeah, they just say it though. You know what I'm saying? And obviously they're your parents, so you're like, you don't know what I go through every day, looking like how I'm looking, and the people be telling me what they saying to me, right? But your parents are right ultimately when they tell you that because it's true. That's what God thinks about you, and He's the ultimate parents figure here. He didn't just make you so that you could be on this earth and be a beauty queen or whatever. Okay? You are a beauty queen and you're a beautiful man or woman. You know what I'm saying? You're beautiful. And God made you how He made you for a reason. But He didn't just place you here so that you could win a look contest. He placed you here for a greater purpose. And once I realized that my greater purpose in life was to spread the gospel of Jesus Christ, then all that, how you look and stuff, it just really doesn't matter. Okay? It really does not matter. And I think this generation lacks the knowledge of who they really are, because when I talk about this again, I'm gonna talk about how insecurity and things like that really affect how you move in life. Like people, like I'm not gonna lie, my college, you'll see people there, no self-respect, and self-respect plays a part in self-esteem. If you don't have none, you're not going to care what you do in front of people, how you look in front of people, and how you talk to people. You're just not going to care. You're just going to do whatever you want to do. And so that's why I feel like this was important to touch on. This is just surface. That's my little testimony. So the next time I make this video, we're going to talk about how it affects all the other things in this world, because it's actually insane and really sad to see some young women and young men out here doing crazy things for attention when really you should be seeking the ultimate attention from God, and he's waiting for you to give Him your attention. You're not giving Him yours. He's waiting on you. He's already focused on you. You need to focus on Him. Okay? Okay. So thank you guys for watching. I hope that you enjoyed my little video. Stay cool out here. Stay hydrated because it is so hot out here. Okay? Don't go to hell. I'm just please don't. But yeah, thank you all for watching. Have a good day. Bye.